And the green flag flies for the first time this season. It's PJ Merrill in the 00. Pelton follows in second in the 27, and quickly Pelton looks to the high side. And Chris Smith in the 1, already up to third. He started pretty deep back, and look at him go. Brett Osmond trying to follow in fourth. Mike Wallace, your outside pole sitter, shuffled back to fifth now. It is all PJ Merrill and Richard Pelton checking out. Chris Smith trying to reel them in, but can't quite. Chris Smith maintains about 5 car lengths back in third in the 1X, and Brett Osmond doing a fine job maintaining with the top 3 in the 05. Pelton again tries the high side through 1, but loses a couple car lengths on Merrill, and Merrill's gonna see the halfway flags this time. And this time around is going to be 4 laps to go for PJ Merrill, getting a couple car length cushion on the 27. Chris Smith resides in third in the 1X, Brett Osmond in the 05, and Mike Wallace maintains in your top 5. Then it's the 92 Colby Meserve, the 58 David Greenleaf. And hats off to David Greenleaf. He had to use the vehicle lift in the pits to change a transmission earlier today in practice. So great job to him for getting the transmission changed in the 58 and just out there trying to get points so he can stay in the points hunt for this season in the 58 car. White flag's gonna wave for the first time this season. PJ Merrill. It's all the 00 with a few car lengths on Pelton in the 27. Checkered flag is gonna fly. Sean Austin with a solid start to try to clear St. Clair and get to the bottom, but St. Clair is gonna keep the inside line filled. And Austin finds an opening between Matt Beers and drops down. Matt Beers is up tight in the 3rd position. Your top 3 running away from the pack. And Mike Harrison clears Ryan Robinson for the 4th position. Robinson in the 2, looking to get shuffled back once more by Cody Buzzle. And Buzzle in the 38 now cracks the top 5 with a nose out on the high side of Ryan Robinson. Side by side for 3rd we go, Sean Austin and Matty Beers. And around the outside, the 11B does it. Matt Beers takes over the 2nd position. Halfway this time for Josh St. Clair. And sideways, Buzzle gets sideways first, and then Ryan Robinson follows. Robinson is the only car that spins in the middle of 1 and 2 when the yellow flag flies for the first time this season. Well, here we go, just past the halfway marker. Josh St. Clair and Matt Beers. And the green flag flies. Matt Beers was sleeping a little bit. Sean Austin gets underneath in the 61, and it is all Josh St. Clair out front with a few car length cushion. Austin reclaims his 2nd position. dead even down the backstretch. Love to see that great racing for second place. What a show by Sean Austin and Matt Beers, not giving an inch. And Mike Harrison in the 85 is right on their rear bumper, looking to follow whichever one will progress. 2 laps to go. And Matt Beers again around the high side. He finally makes it work, gets that car up to speed, and they'll see the white flag this time. Harrison, for a brief second, took a peek to the inside of Austin. Will he move him up off the curb, or can Austin hang on to the top 3? It's going to be Josh St. Clair with the win.
Take the turn in, heat number 2, ready to go with number 3.
Yeah, Ken was performing surgery again on the PA equipment, so he missed a heat. We're on heat number 3, the third and final round for the Superstreets today. We've got 20 plus cars, a stacked field, and Tiger Colby leads heat 3. And just about uptight on the rear bumper, Charlie Sanborn is gonna help Tiger Colby run away from the rest of the field. Brandon Bailey resides in third. And a side-by-side battle for 4th and 5th, and a little contact. Bowie gives Dominic Currett a little shove out of turn 2. Bowie will round out your top 5. Nicole Benincasa and Derek Barker in the 55, duking it out for 6th and 7th. And trouble for Sanborn, it looks like. His pace is slowing slightly as Brandon Bailey reels him back in. Five laps complete, 5 to go, and we've got a battle for runner-up honors. Bailey takes a peek to the high side in the 47. And all the meanwhile, Tiger Colby is loving it. He is running away with just about a straightaway. And it looked like contact down the backstretch with Charlie Sanborn and Brandon Bailey, as Bailey backed right out of it and gave the second position right back to Sanborn. Dominic Currett is reeling them in as well, and we're going to have a 3-car battle with 2 to go. Smooth sailing ahead for the 78 of Tiger Colby. White flag is in hand, and we've got contact for second place. Sanborn is desperately trying to hang on to second, but Brandon Bailey is trying to get him up off the inside. Coming to the checkered flag, it's all Tiger Colby, and it looks like Charlie Sanborn will hang on to second. Brandon Bailey and Dominic Currett with Zach Bowie making up your top 5 to complete the Superstreet heats.
Here is your starting lineup. First, we need to meet our junior official down at the start of the grid, along with Penny from the Ward and Son Construction Kids Club. Please welcome Bray Porter. And now for your drivers, starting in the 21st position, driving car number 55 from Durham, welcome Brandon Barker. Starting in the 20th position, Driving the 0 car from Hollis, welcome Alex Smith. The man they call Speedleaf will start in the 19th position. Driving car number 58 from Westport, welcome David Greenleaf. Last year's 4-cylinder pro runner-up as a rookie here in the Superstreets this season. Driving car number 41 from Buxton, welcome Nicole Benincasa. Alongside, starting in the 17th position, driving car number 2 from Clinton, welcome Ryan Robinson. In the 16th starting position, driving car number 92 from Buxton, welcome Colby Meserve. Lining up to his inside, starting 15th, in the 04 from Lewiston, welcome Zach Bowie. To row number 7 on the outside, starting 14th. Driving car number 15 from Buxton, welcome Mike St. Pierre. To the inside, starting 13th. Driving car number 35 from Wiscasset, welcome Mike Wallace. To row number 6 on the outside, starting in the 12th position. In the number 5 car from Saco, welcome Dominic Curran. Former Superstreet champion starts to his inside, starting in the 11th position. Driving car number 85 from Durham, welcome Michael Harrison. The championship car starts to the in the 10th position, but a new driver in the number 05 from Wiscasset, welcome Brett Osmond. To his inside on row number 5, starting 9th. In the number 47 from Woolwich, welcome Brandon Bailey. Up to row number 4 on the outside, starting in the 8th position. Driving car number 61 from Norwich Walk, welcome Sean Austin. To his inside, starting 7th, is the 4-time and reigning Beach Ridge Motor Speedway Sports Series champion in the 1X from Buxton, welcome Chris Smith. To row number 3 on the outside, starting in the 6th position. In car number 1, he is the host of the Black Flag podcast, welcome Charlie Sanborn from Scarborough. Last year's division runner-up will start inside of row number 3 in the 5th position. Driving the 11B from Farmingdale, welcome Matt Mears. Up to row number 2 on the outside is the winner of last year's Wiscasset Beach Ridge Challenge. This veteran comes up from Scarborough, starting 4th in the number 27. Welcome Richard Bubba Pelton. Heat number 3 winner starts in the 3rd position. Driving car number 78 from Wiscasset, welcome Tiger Colby. And on the front row, winner of heat number 2, 3-time champion in 3 different divisions last year, so why not try Superstreets this year? In the number 23 from Liberty, welcome Josh St. Clair. And winner of heat number 1 is a former Rookie of the Year here in the Superstreets in the 00 from Canton. Welcome PJ Merrill. Folks, that's your starting lineup. Let's get your drivers strapped in and ready to race.
Let's hear it in the fans. All right, kids, you know what to say. Let them hear it.
Oh, I love that sound. Let's go racing. the fuse here on our first feature of the 2022 season. PJ Maryland, Josh St. Clair, pace car ready to take the turn in. Let's go racing. Even up down the back chute. Merrill and St. Clair with St. Clair now with a good charge into turn 3. He'll take the advantage to the outside. Pelton looking to follow. First caution flies as the 55 of Barker is spun to the top of turn 3.
Row 5 is Brandon Bailey and Brett Osmond. 39 laps to go. We're going green this time. And Josh St. Clair once again reclaims the lead with PJ Merrill settling in single file. Tiger Colby up tight, making up your top 3. Side by side for 4th, 5th, and now 6th. Matt Beers looking to crack the top 5. Charlie Sanborn stuck up in the second groove. Sanborn looking for an opening. Chris Smith right there to fill the hole in the 1X. And he's going to do it underneath Sanborn. Smith is looking for 6th. Now it's Brandon Bailey filling the opening down low. Sanborn continues to get shuffled backwards. Up front. Oh, we've got a spin in turn 1. The 0 goes around. He'll bring out the second caution. Alex Smith in the 0.
2 minor cautions to this point. Pace car in and green flag is back out. Little 3-car breakaway with St. Clair, Merrill, and Colby. Then Matty Beers back there in the 4th position. Gets that away from Bubba Pelton. Pelton back to 5th. A lot of shuffling for position back behind them. Brandon Bailey coming into the picture in the number 47, looking to crack the top 5. Trouble on the front stretch. 04 of Zach Bowie went spinning out of the turn. Somebody got up underneath him. And we've got a couple cars sitting here on the front stretch. The 0 of Alex Smith and the 2 of Ryan Robinson.
And a strong start by Tiger Colby. Got the initial jump going into the first corner, but St. Clair will reclaim the top spot. And look who's holding strong up on the high side, right where he likes to be a lot of the time. Matt Beers in the 11. On the outside of PJ Merrill. Brandon Bailey in the 47 rounds out the top 5. We've got trouble for Sanborn in the 1. He keeps rolling.
Sanborn off the pace. He's shaking the car like he's having a trouble getting a fuel pickup, but the car is still running.
Ryan Robinson into the grass in turn 3. again, just like the last time, Colby is dynamite off the line for the restarts, but St. Clair looks like he's going to take it back over.
Colby able to duck it down in line in front of P.J. Merrill to retake second. Merrill puts the bumper to him coming out of turn 2. And here comes Brandon Bailey. He's going to try to make that outside lane work. He's on the outside of Merrill for third. Matty Beers tucked into that 5th position. A little bit of breathing room for him as Chris Smith is a car length back in 6th. Beers able to take over 4th as he gets by Brandon Bailey. Now Chris Smith looking on the outside of Bailey. Gets the car loose out of turn 2, has to settle it back down. Right now Bubba Pelton, the only one stuck on the outside, and he's sidewinding it out of turn 4. Loses another spot, this time to Brett Osmond in the 05. There goes Alex Smith down pit road, and we have the 2 of Ryan Robinson has spun in the bottom of turn 4. He's maybe hung up on the curbing. Bring the pace car back in and turn him loose once again.
And this time Tiger Colby wasn't quite as quick on the restart, but they were slamming all the way through 1 and 2, and P.J. Merrill gets in the back of him again as well. Tiger Colby pushing the envelope to try to get down to the bottom, and P.J. Merrill had something to say about it, but everybody starts to get a little spread out now.
Matt Beers able to tuck that 11 car down into the 5th position, just ahead of Dom Currett. That leaves the 1X of Chris Smith, the only car on the outside, racing side by side with fellow Beechridge veteran Bubba Pelton. Couple of young guns now going at it side by side for the 6th position. Brett Osmond in the 05, the Warden Sons machine with Dom Currett to his outside. Current was a 2-time winner last season. And there goes P.J. Merrill, able to get Colby up off the line, but Merrill fights it out of turn 2. And things bunch up around the 00 as we hit halfway. Colby maybe looking for a little payback, had a run at the back end of the 00, but Merrill able to get a little bit of breathing room as Colby fights a loose race car into turn 4. Comfortable lead now, half straightaway cushion for Josh St. Clair. It's up to 1.8 seconds. Merrill all alone in second as he pulls away now from Tiger Colby. That's the closest battle. Colby in 3rd, Bailey right behind him in 4th, and Matt Beers 5th. Tiger Colby really fighting a loose race car in the 78. Bailey's had a run at him a couple of times. That interval between the leaders remains at about 1.7 seconds. Just a tick under 1.8 second advantage for the 23 of Josh St. Clair. Watch that battle for 3rd. Bailey's got a fender underneath. Colby shuts the door on it. Matt Beers is in some dangerous territory there in the 11 car as he waits. Bailey able to get by the 78. Matty Beers is going to take advantage. He'll move the 11 car into 4th. That'll shuffle Colby back into 5th.
Colby really threaded the needle that time to get down low. Brett Osmond right there knocking on the door.
Yeah, Tiger really fighting some handling issues on that 78 car through the midpoint of this race. That battle for third is still raging between the 47 and the 11. Checking the interval between the leaders, it's now down to a 2.5 seconds. PJ Merrill biting into that. Couple more tenths off the lead for Josh St. Clair. No doubt they're telling him on the radio what his interval is. 10 laps to go this time by.
Tiger Colby is really stacking up that field behind him. For a moment, the last lap around, they were almost 3 wide with Pelton, Currett, and Smith.
Matt Mears loading up for a run on the outside of Brandon Bailey, side by side for third place as they come out of turn 4. That's right where Matty Mears made his money last year. He is as comfortable as they get out there. Looking to gather up the final spot in victory lane. Don't sleep on that lead pair though. PJ Merrill is closing up the interval. He's down under a second. Merrill is knocking about 1.5 tenths, 2 tenths per lap off the lead of Josh St. Clair.
Contact for third. Bailey got into the door of Matt Beers in the middle of 3 and 4. Beers is able to hang on to it, and he'll take over third, finding an opening to drop down to the inside.
PJ Merrill's within 2 car lengths of the leader now. And Josh St. Clair's got some lap traffic up ahead of him to contend with. In the closing lap, St. Clair and Merrill 1 and 2, Matt Mears third, Brandon Bailey fourth, Tiger Colby, Richard Pelton, and Don Curran.
And we've got 5 laps to go with lap traffic up ahead. First one is David Greenleaf. It looks like Greenleaf's doing a nice job staying way up high and out of the way of the leaders. Hats off to Greenleaf.
The lead is down to 0.4 seconds, less than a car length as they get to turn 3. Merrill's been the faster one, but is St. Clair the veteran trying to save something? He got it loose out of turn 4. Merrill comes up to the outside to challenge for the lead.
Ken, his tires are cooked. Josh St. Clair can't hang on to it, and we got a spin. Mike Wallace on the backstretch with a lot of smoke on the front stretch of Brett Osmond.
Yeah, something broke on the front end of Brett Osmond as he nearly got it into the wall here, and the 35 of Mike Wallace has spun at the bottom of turn 3.
We're going green. And another solid restart by Josh St. Clair. PJ Merrill had nothing for him through the first couple corners, and it's Matt Beers with the preferred inside line with a fender underneath Merrill.
Matt Beers able to move up into the second position. Merrill settles it down into third. And he fights a loose condition coming out of turn 2. This time by 2 laps to go for St. Clair, Beers, and Merrill. Close call for Bailey in the 47 and Pelton in the 27 as the white laundry flies. PJ now putting the pressure on Matty Beers and some contact out of turn 2. Here they come. Final time out of turn 4. Checkered flag is out. Josh St. Clair gets the win. Beers is second. Merrill is third. And as he hops out, he had quite a year last year, and why not start 2022 the way he started finished 2021? And hopping out with the checkers, ladies and gentlemen, Josh St. Clair. Josh, congratulations. Welcome to Victory Lane for the first time this year. How's it feel to be in this hot rod right here? I know you've been 3 different divisions last year. You got a chance to drive this the end of last year.
Yeah, you know, I got some history with this thing. This was my late model for a good many years, won a few races with it. And Mike asked me last year to run the 100, and then we kind of worked out a deal for me to race some. He's going to race some, but, I mean, the guy works on the car and asked me to drive it, so I can't ask for a whole lot more than that. But to get started on this note, it's a good one.
Hey, take us through the final laps of that one. If anyone wanted to see a caution, I imagine it was you, even though you were leading.
Yeah, the thing got bad loose. I see PJ coming in a hurry, and I don't know if I'd have won if it was green, but caution cooled him down, and we got a few laps to shoot out.
All right, good job. Who you want to thank on this win today?
I got to thank Mike and the guys. You know, they do all the work. I just showed up and wheeled the thing, and she's spot on. So, and all the guys over there on the other side that helped me on my stuff, you know, and everyone for coming out. Look at this place. This is awesome.
2 for 2 today, maybe?
Yeah, you can have my autograph.
Josh St. Clair's your winner here today. And Matt tried the inside lane for a little while today. How'd that feel?
It felt different. The outside just wasn't there for the most part. I had to do it a couple times out there, but it wasn't as happy as it was last year.
And I imagine you were pretty well content. Let's settle this thing in third, take it home, and you're all right. That last restart probably did you well.
Yeah, once I got a little cushion behind me there, I felt a little bit better. I figured I'd settle in for third because before the last caution, Josh and PJ had checked out, and I couldn't really see them for a bit. And it started getting real loose on me, and I had my hands full. So I was pretty content with third. And last caution came, and I was on the inside, so I figured this was my best shot to keep going.
All right, good chance to thank all the folks that helped you out.
Yeah, I got Chapman Auto Repair, Rustic Retreat, Steam Salon, McCain Electric, and pretty much all the local race shops that supply us with parts. Without them, man, it'd be hard to be out here today.
All right, congratulations. Second place going to Matty Beers. And PJ Merrill down here finishing in third today. And if there's anyone who probably didn't want to see that caution, man, this car was hooked up on that long run.
Yeah, this thing just wouldn't fire off good, but it was real good in the long run. Definitely didn't want to see that yellow, but not a bad way to start the year.
Absolutely, and I know you got a lot of good folks helping you on this hot rod as well.
Yeah, I got to thank Rowan Sons Trucking, Roy's All Steak Hamburgers, Fire and Ice Nutrition, Will's Auto Body, Pete and Nancy Liqueurs, Jeff Burgess for building this hot rod, my dad, and my grandfather.
All right, awesome job. PJ Merrill bringing it home in third. Matty Beers in second, and your winner today on opening day is Josh St. Clair.